It's one of the most beautiful fragrances I've tried in the last at least couple of years. It's one of the longest lasting I have in my entire collection. Projection, guys, is nuclear. Now the start of the show here, it's a very ripe mango note. Seriously, it is just perfect. I truly love it. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Giselle, I review perfumes. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're one of my loyal returning subscribers. So guys, today is all about fruity and juicy fragrances. Some of them are fruity floral, not just fruity. However, even in the fruity floral ones, the fruity aspect is more dominant. So if you're interested in learning more about the fragrances I have for you today, let's dive in. So the first fragrance I have on my list today is 𝙁𝙁𝙾 by Arômes Parfums. This fragrance, guys, it's one of the most beautiful fragrances I've tried in the last at least couple of years. It's absolutely beautiful, very unique. There's nothing on the market that smells like this. Let me give you a brief intro. The Costillier line has 4 fragrances now. They just released the latest one. And the fragrances in this line are inspired in the founder's favorite beaches around the world. So one is called South of Fifth, which is in Miami. The other one is called Clifton, which is in Cape Town in South Africa. Then 𝙁𝙁𝙾, which was inspired in the DR in the Dominican Republic. And now they released Uluwatu, which is the latest one to join this line. And I think it's inspired in Bali. So this is a beachy fragrance, but it doesn't smell like a beachy fragrance at all. And when I say that, I say it in the best possible way. It is, like I said, it's a very elegant, a very sophisticated take on your typical tropical fragrances. It has orange, it has mandarin, it has lemon. All these citruses are in the top notes, which evaporate pretty quickly. But then the fragrance transitions into the core, into the middle notes, which are actually the most prominent in this fragrance, and you can smell them right in the opening. Yes, the opening is more citrusy, but you can start sniffing those beautiful, creamy, decadent notes in the core, which are coconut, pistachio, and dates. It's a really beautiful and unique fragrance. Those 3 notes in the core, in the heart, are the most dominant, the most prominent. It's very creamy. The dates here provide not only scent, also that sweetness and addictive aspect to it. Now, this fragrance is sweet, but it's not extremely sweet. It has just the right amount of sweetness. Trust me, it's not gonna be too much. Even with the coconut here, you won't feel it's too sweet or too much. Now, onto the coconut. Let me tell you, this is not the typical coconut scent. The typical coconut you smell in tropical fragrances. This doesn't smell like scent and lotion at all. It doesn't smell like coconut ice cream or dessert or anything like that. The coconut here, to me, smells like the raw fruit. Like when you're drinking coconut water directly from the coconut and you get to the flesh of the fruit, that's exactly how this smells. And it's not really sweet. So once again, be careful when you read notes, because when they are isolated, they don't mean much. And actually, this was a big surprise to me because I was expecting something sweeter, definitely sweeter, more gourmand. It's nothing like that. Yes, it does have a gourmand component, of course. It is a tropical fragrance, no doubt, but it's not your typical tropical scent, to a point that you can wear this all year round. Wore this last fall and winter, and let me tell you, yes, it made me think it was at the beach and everything, but probably because I'm biased, because I know the notes this fragrance has and the inspiration behind and everything. However, it doesn't smell like a typical tropical fragrance that you would wear during the summer. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. It's very creamy, it's very intoxicating, it's not too much, you won't choke people around you, and it's extremely long lasting. I get around 10 hours, and considering it's a beachy fragrance, like 10 hours, hello. I've never tried a fragrance in that category that lasts that long. It is really stunning, very beautiful, 100% unisex. The dry down is beautiful too. The dry down is slightly powdery. It has ambroxan, it has musk and praline. So it's a very creamy, musky, slightly woody type of dry down. I also pick a very subtle powderiness, but it doesn't have, at least there's no powdery notes listed, but it all boils down to the whole composition. So who knows? It does, I pick some powderiness, a very subtle powderiness in the dry down, but it's mostly musky, creamy, and slightly nutty. The ambroxan here, trust me, if you have issues with ambroxan, don't worry. The ambroxan here, I think the only thing it does is to help with longevity, because that's what ambroxan does. It's a synthetic molecule that makes fragrances last longer, and I think that's where we are getting this incredible performance from. It's coming from the ambroxan, highly likely. So gorgeous scent. As I think I said, it's completely unisex. It's creamy, as I said before, but it's also lactonic, and those concepts not always go hand in hand. Sometimes fragrances are creamy but not lactonic, while all lactonic fragrances are creamy. I don't know if it makes sense, but I'm trying to make sense. So in this case, this fragrance is both. It's creamy and lactonic. I think the dates combined with pistachios and coconut make this fragrance super duper unique. And although those are typical gourmand notes, this fragrance is, I wouldn't describe it as a gourmand scent. It does have a gourmand aspect to it. So if you like gourmand fragrances, you will get that, you will have that. But don't buy this fragrance thinking you're going to get your next gourmand perfume, because it's not. It is absolutely gorgeous. Very expensive smelling as well. And yeah, it really, really grabs people's attention. It is an attention grabber, 100%, I promise that. To me, this is a luxury resort in a bottle. It's rich, it's dense, expensive smelling, sophisticated, creamy, lactonic, decadent, and very, very unique. So if all that sparks your interest, you should definitely try _Ḥuanello. The next one on my list is Fraîche Passifleur by Maître Parfumé Gantier. This is one of the most underrated houses. I can't understand why. It's such a sophisticated house that stood the test of time. No one talks about their fragrances. I don't know why. I have quite a few from them, and this, guys, is, I think this one is my favorite. It's especially perfect for this time of year, and I would say this is a very delicious and refined grown-up fruity floral. Here we have passion fruit, we have peach, and jasmine as the stars of the show. All three notes are very prominent. The jasmine here is very, very clean. There's nothing indolic, so if you don't like jasmine, or if you don't like white flowers, thinking they are too heady or too much or headache inducing, it's nothing like that. It's a very, very clean jasmine, like jasmine tea, something like that. Very beautiful. The peach is very, very prominent, so is the passion fruit. Now what I like here is that the passion fruit is not tart. And sometimes in perfumery, they add a little bit of tartness to balance an otherwise excessive sweetness. But here it's not even necessary. You can pick the scent of the passion fruit, which is extremely feminine and fresh and flirty and joyful, without having the tartness that for many people could be a turn off. We also have peaches here. To me, the peaches here smell like white peaches, which are sweeter and less tart than the yellow counterpart. It's absolutely stunning. Very, very beautiful, super fresh. This fragrance also has marigold, and marigold is a flower that it doesn't smell like a typical flower, or at least not like a flower that you have in mind when you say the word flower, right? It doesn't smell like that. It's kind of citrusy, green, and I think that's where the freshness comes from. I think the freshness is coming from the marigold, because this fragrance is fresh. However, it's not minty, it's not camphoraceous, it's not herbal, nothing like that. So I'm guessing that the freshness is coming from the marigold note. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a very complex fragrance. It seems at first like a very simple, easy to wear fragrance, and it is easy to wear, but it has very beautiful and different facets. And I absolutely love it. I remember I bought this fragrance in Paris at the flagship store, and it was in 2024, summer 2024, when the heat wave hit Europe really bad. And it was like 120 degrees, and you probably know in Europe, AC is basically non-existent. So it was super duper hot, like unbearably hot. And it was the only fragrance I wore during the entire trip, because it was so freaking hot that this was the only fragrance I could tolerate. Absolutely gorgeous, day or nighttime. It's a very sophisticated fragrance, and as I said, it's a grown-up fruity floral scent. It's more fruity than floral. So even if you're not into fruity fragrances, I highly encourage you to try it because this is a completely different take on your typical fruity fragrances. The same I said about Juanillo, about being a completely different take on your typical tropical fragrances. I say the same about Fresh Passiflore because it's completely different from what you probably have in mind when you think about a fruity fragrance. The dry down is absolutely beautiful. It has sandalwood and musk, so it's a musky, woody type of dry down. The sandalwood here smells absolutely intoxicating, but you have to wait until the dry down. However, let me tell you, you won't be disappointed. It's a great fragrance. So if you want to try something different, try this one. It's very feminine, very sophisticated. It's a grown-up fruity floral, as I said before, but it's still very playful, super duper feminine. You will love it. I think you are gonna love it if you like fruity fragrances and if you like to smell different. This is not your typical fruity floral perfume. And to me, guys, if I had to describe how this fragrance smells in a few words, I would say it smells like a luxury hotel lobby in the French Riviera. Yeah, it smells like that. It's absolutely beautiful. You're open to smell different. I love to smell different. Fragrance is the most personal thing, and I like to smell different, and I'm always looking for different scents. So if you're like me, Fresh Passiflore is a must try. The next fragrance on my list today is Guava Granita by Ellis Brooklyn. So guys, I received this fragrance in PR, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is not the type of fragrance I typically gravitate toward. However, this perfume caught me completely off guard. This is not the scent profile I typically buy, but oh my god, I can't even tell you how much I'm loving this fragrance. And mind you, I'm not obligated to post. I only review fragrances I truly love. I'm not here to trash fragrances, and I think that's kind of unfair, because what could not work for me and I could find horrible, maybe it's a beautiful fragrance for you, maybe it smells amazing on you. So who am I here to say this fragrance smells horrible or it smells like this or like that? No, if I don't like a fragrance, there's enough beautiful scents out there. So if you don't like a fragrance, I just don't review it, period. And all the brands I collaborate know that. I'm always very clear, very transparent. I tell the brands I collaborate with that reviews are at my discretion and only if I like the perfume. So this is one of the cases. I love the perfume, so I'm reviewing it here because I think this fragrance is perfect for the upcoming warmer months, and I wanted to review it and recommend it to you if you like this type of scent profile. It's so beautiful. I love it. I truly love it. It smells more like Guava Granita. It also has coconut, it has vanilla, it has sandalwood, and it has almond milk. So this is a nutty, creamy, milky perfume. The coconut here adds a lot of creaminess. You can smell the coconut. I would say this one is way more similar to the typical tropical fragrances you're probably used to. Yes, I think this falls into the typical tropical scents. However, I think it has its own identity and it can stand on its own. And also mango blossom, which is not so common in perfumery. I rarely see mango blossom because we're talking about the flower, not the fruit. So we do have a very subtle mango aroma. However, as I said, it's the flower, not the fruit. So do not expect a ripe, juicy, fleshy, sweet mango, because this is not. That said, it's a beautiful fruity perfume, very beautiful, sweet, creamy, perfect for the warmer months, day or night. I think this is more of a daytime type of scent. However, you can wear it whenever you want. It lasts about 4 hours on my skin without overspraying. I always carry decants with me, and sometimes, in these cases, when the bottle is so flat and comfortable, sometimes I carry the whole bottle in my purse. No shame here, no judgment, right? But yeah, sometimes I carry the whole bottle, and I don't mind respraying throughout the day. And this is the case. I will probably have to respray during the summer because, with high temperatures, we sweat, and also fragrances evaporate faster. So it's a good idea to respray. But yeah, this is a very linear fragrance, nothing complex, very straightforward, playful, girly, fun, sweet, just beautiful, period. I really encourage you to try. And if you like this type of scent, if you like this type of scent profiles, and if you are into fun, flirty, sweet, fruity, juicy fragrances, especially in the summer, this one, it's a must try. So the next fruity, super juicy fragrance I have on my list today is Flamenco by Ramon Monegal. And guys, let's take a minute to admire the bottle in this gorgeous, gorgeous, deep, bright red. This bright, deep red color symbolizes the energy and how vibrant the dance is. It's renowned for being a very passionate, very sensual, very vibrant type of dance. And this is what this fragrance tries to capture and to symbolize. Spray some here. Oh my God. It's so stunning. It's very, very vibrant, very sparkling, very juicy. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It has a very strong and prominent raspberry note. Raspberry is having a moment in perfumery as well, but this fragrance is not new. The new one is the 𝙁𝙏𝘾. I haven't tried the 𝙁𝙏𝘾 yet, but I'm really excited. I doubt it will be even nicer than this one. I absolutely love this. And in my experience, I don't know why, but I always tend to like the original more than the flankers. I don't know. But let's see. I'm really curious about the extrait de parfum. Now, this one is, as I was saying, very vibrant, very sparkling, very juicy. This fragrance will be as bright and juicy for the entire time it remains on your skin. However, as the fragrance transitions, it leaves this fruity, juicy aspect a little bit behind. It becomes a little bit warmer and woodier, and also a little bit less sweet and more tart. The tartness comes from the raspberry, and I think it's key to balance the sweetness here. It's absolutely gorgeous. The raspberry, as I was saying, is the star of the show. It's the most prominent note, and you will smell the raspberry even in the dry down. And although this fragrance has oud in the composition, trust me, it's not the type of oud that might bother you. It's not animalic, it's not strong. The oud here provides a lot of depth and complexity. This is a very complex fragrance, and when I say complex, I say it in the best possible way. Not as something negative, actually it's something positive, because this perfume has many different facets. I love all of them, and honestly I can't tell you if I prefer the opening or the dry down, because I love the opening, I love the dry down, and everything in between. So it's a really stunning perfume. Also grown up. This is not the typical juvenile raspberry fragrance. This is a grown-up raspberry with a lot of sophistication and class. Projection, guys, is nuclear, and so is the trail, the sillage this fragrance leaves. It's perfect in the warmer months. However, I wear it all year round, and let me tell you, a few days ago I sprayed in the morning, which I usually don't do. When I wear this perfume, I usually do it during the night. However, that day I was in the mood to wear it during the day. I sprayed, left my house. When I came back hours later, like 9 or 10 hours later, I kid you not, the fragrance was still lingering in my bedroom. So when I tell you that projection and sillage are out of this world, I'm not lying. Lasting power is also incredible. It lasts about 12-14 hours on my skin. It's really long lasting. I can't recommend this fragrance enough. If you like fruity fragrances with berries as the star of the show, in particular raspberry, this one is a must try. You won't regret. It's absolutely gorgeous. To me, it smells like sangria, like a cool, refreshing sangria at sunset. It smells very luxurious, which is not really common in this type of sweet, fruity, juicy scents. Usually these fragrances are fun and flirty and yummy and everything, but usually they don't smell expensive or luxurious. For the most part, all of the fragrances I have today, or most of them, do smell expensive and luxurious, and this one is undoubtedly one of those. So guys, as you can see, I love flamenco, and if you haven't tried yet, you're missing on something really good. Give it a try and keep me posted. The next fragrance on my list is Soleil de Jeddah Mango Kiss. So you always see me talking and raving about God of Fire, which absolutely deserves an honorable mention here. But the only reason why I haven't included it is because I talk about the fragrance all the time, and I try to avoid repeating fragrances too often so you guys don't get bored. But I also have this one, and I love both. I think they are different. I think they are very different. I absolutely love God of Fire, but this one is no less. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's oh my god, it's so stunning. It's very elegant too. It's very creamy, very solar. It's a very solar fragrance. I think they couldn't have chosen a better color for the bottle. It's completely gold. It's like coppery. It's not really yellow gold. It's more like coppery. It truly looks like sunset 100%. And when I smell this fragrance, sunset is what comes to my mind. And I'm gonna post a picture here. This was in Hawaii last year. Guys, there's no filters, hashtag no filter. This picture 100% represents that sunset. And I was wearing this perfume that night or that evening. And every time I wear this fragrance, it's impossible to not think about that sunset. I've never seen anything like that in my life. And this fragrance is the best representation of a tropical sunset. It's out of this world. Really, really magnificent. It also has a very soothing, very zen component, and I think it's coming from the chamomile note. This fragrance has chamomile in the composition. It also has orange blossom, which makes this perfume very fragrant, especially combined with the coconut note. It does have coconut, which also adds creaminess and sweetness to the fragrance. This concoction is perfection. Seriously, it is just perfect. This perfume also has ylang ylang, it has benzoin and vanilla, which you will get more in the dry down. So if this is not perfection, tell me what is. Now the start of the show here, it's a very ripe mango note. I'm not gonna spray it on my wrist because this fragrance lasts all day, like all day, and I have to scrub it off in the shower to get rid of it, because sometimes even after the shower I could still smell it. It's so gorgeous, so gorgeous. But really, I don't want to spray it because I know that I will smell mango kiss until tomorrow. It's that long lasting, and I kid you not. If you try this perfume, or if you have it, please comment below and let me know what has been your experience with this fragrance so far, because in my experience, it's one of the longest lasting I have in my entire collection, at least in this category, because summer fragrances tend to be fresh and light, but we are not so used to super duper long lasting summer fragrances, right? However, this one is off the charts, and I'm not even exaggerating. So if you haven't yet and you want to try a very juicy mango forward fragrance, guys, you can't miss on Mango Kiss. Beautiful, beautiful scent. And the last one for today, guys, is Hypnotic Musk by 𝘿𝙗. This fragrance has been kindly gifted by the house. I couldn't be happier because this is in fact a fragrance that I would have purchased on my own, no doubt. It's absolutely gorgeous. It also has a prominent raspberry note, but it's not just raspberry and that's it. It is raspberry forward, I would say, but there's a lot going on here. We have bergamot, which gives fragrances a spark, especially in the opening. We also have violet. We have lychee, which is always very watery, very feminine. We have caramel here, which makes the fragrance slightly gourmand. So we have that gourmand component that also makes it very addictive. Ginger is present here too, which sort of lifts this fragrance, and for that reason it makes it uplifting and invigorating. Very, very beautiful. And the dry down, guys, I think it's where the magic happens. It's very musky, it's vanillic, and it's also woody. It's gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. This one is one of the fragrances that truly lives up to the hype, in my opinion. It's perfect for this time of year. And I'm really curious about how this smells in colder weather. But for the time being and the upcoming warmer months, I think this is just perfect. Absolutely beautiful. It's very feminine, very juicy, day or nighttime type of scent. It lasts about 6 hours. It's very inoffensive and absolutely versatile. You can wear this to work, you can wear this to an event, you can wear this to a wedding, you can wear this, to run errands if you want. Why not? It is very, very versatile. It's so musky and fresh and juicy. You'll get more of the musk in the dry down, but you can smell the musk right in the opening. The violet note here, it's absolutely beautiful because it's powdery, but it doesn't smell like an old compact case. It's very, very soft, very subtle. It's actually a very modern take of violet. It's very airy, it's very sheer. This is a feminine fragrance, like 100% beautiful. It's very sensual, very likable, completely mass appealing. My husband loves it. He does love this fragrance on me. It's really gorgeous. So if you haven't yet, it's definitely worth trying. I'll link it down below in the description box. Hypnotic Musk by 𝘿𝙗. So this wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed my fruity, juicy fragrances. Thank you so much for subscribing. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a part 2. I have tons of fragrances in this category that I would love to share with you. Stay safe and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.